You know, the last thing I wanted to do after working 10 hours straight is to go home and make a video on Pokemon Go. But I will admit, the temptation is so high, I just can't possibly resist. Now, if you haven't already known, the whole Scopely deal actually did finally go through within the month, and now Niantic no longer owns the game. Nope. It all belongs to Scopely. And surprise, surprise, it didn't take very long before they started to add what people are calling a pay-to-win element. Now, what is this pay-to-win element that I'm talking about? Well, people have been asking for a way to train their really poor IV Pokemon. This has been something in high demand for at least half a decade now, if I can recall, where people have a good Pokemon or a shiny or something where they want to be able to train it up to 100% because they just so happen to lack it. And now here comes one of those moments where I can't tell if the company is listening to feedback or just taking advantage of the fans' demands just to make a quick profit off of it. Introducing the Golden Bottle Cap. Well, I mean, this thing was in other Pokemon games, but this is the first time it arrived to Pokemon Go. And it does have the opportunity to take any Pokemon you have and train it from as little as 0% all the way to 100%. Yeah, the bullshit face is back, so you already know what's coming. Now, there is only one way to obtain this highly coveted item, and it's going to be at GoFest. And there's some good news and some bad news. The good news is that it's not locked behind the $15 ticket for GoFest. The bad news is it's locked behind a $20 battle pass instead. Yeah, you heard that right. It is locked behind a battle pass. You know that stupid battle pass I was complaining about many months ago in my retrospective video? Saying, oh hey, this game's going to crap? Yeah, all of that was basically just a test in different regions just to see how far this battle pass would take off. And it only started at $10 for the premium track. And then it went up to $15 for the premium track. And what do you know? People kept buying it. Shocker. So now Scopely's going to push the limit and now make it $20 for the Battle Pass premium track. And now similar to the Lucky Trinket, how that was at the very end of the Battle Pass in Tier 100, the Golden Bottle Cap is also stuffed at the very bottom on Tier 100. Now, it's bad enough that you have to spend $20 to even attempt to get this item, theoretically, but you only have 1 week to complete this Battle Pass. And any day that's not a weekend day will be restricted in how many points you get. The research that I've gathered, a lot of players have said that they were unable to complete the pass except on the weekends, where they would have to spend a lot of money on passes. Because, surprise, surprise, the fastest way to earn points for the pass, it being 50 points every time you do it, is catching a legendary Pokemon. And if I can recall, where do you only obtain these legendary Pokemon? Oh, right, raids. And the other most efficient way is hatching eggs. I mean, it should just be assumed at this point, right? It did, like, raids and eggs literally is the bread and butter of Pokemon Go. It's the only reason why this game even still exists to this day, if I'm being honest. But still, not only does this Battle Pass require $20 to get the most out of it, but also they expect you to play every single day of that week. Because, like I said before, screw your life. This game is your life. Because, yeah, like, why not call out of work the entire week to progress in this Battle Pass? You know, lose out on money and spend money while you're at it? Now, to be honest, I wasn't even planning on making this video because, let's be real, Pokemon Go has always had sort of pay-to-win type of things or pay-to-progress type of things from the very beginning. But the main reason why I had no choice but to make this was something that one of the developers from Scopely said. The current Pokemon Go game developer, Michael Staraga. We have been really careful with the design for bottle caps. An item like a bottle cap is only going to be available very, very rarely. And because of that, we don't feel that players will be able to just spend their money to having the best of the best of everything. And even once you obtain a bottle cap, it's actually going to be quite a lot of effort for people to hyper train their Pokemon to get their stats up. It's not something that is just an immediate, spend money and get a powerful type of system. Yeah, I'm enraged at that fact. I don't want to hear that stupid excuse. Something like that absolutely pisses me off to no end. Just because you don't automatically get the thing instantly does not mean it's not pay to win. Yes, when you use the bottle cap, it adds a task list to individually train every single stat. For example, if you battle 40 times in a gym with your buddy, you gain 1 attack stat point. Whoop-de-doo, you added a task list to it. But still, the point is, in order to even get access to this item at all, you need to spend the $20. The stupid crap you do after the fact to train your Pokemon means nothing. You don't spend the money, you don't get the item. Period. This is the kind of crap that Pokemon fanboys pull off. But now one of the head developers of Scopely is pulling this crap as well. And this is the kind of stuff that they love to push and just say it's not pay to win because you have to do a bunch of steps and whatever the hell other reason is. But this, mark my words, is only the beginning. Because now, already, what is Scopely known for? Pay to win anything. You spend money, it doesn't matter what you do after the fact. If you spend the money, you have an advantage. The only exception to that is if you spend the money and don't complete the pass, which I guess that would be more of ripping yourself off than pay to win, but either way, it still sucks. All I can say is, guys, you need to call this crap out now. Well, besides me calling it out, but you guys need to put your foot down as well. Because if you let this crap slide, you guys are screwed in a year from now. Much like with the whole Battle Pass test with different regions, this is now Scopely's test to see how far they can push this pay-to-win crap. And if people keep believing the whole, oh, it's not pay-to-win because I have to do 50 steps just to train. Just do the common sense. Do I have to spend real-world money to get access to this feature/item? If the answer is yes, then that means it's pay to win. Simple as that. I know I'm just wasting my time at this point, because let's be real. If the whole pass took off at $15 for the premium track, and they made bank off of that, people are just going to buy the $20 premium one anyway. Why am I even going to bother? I'm just so glad that I quit this game. I never want to be addicted to this crap again. And I thought that the rigged raids and this questionable egg pool was a bad thing, but this is just downright pitiful. And now the only question I honestly have now is, I wonder how long it's going to take before people realize that Scopely is inevitably worse than Niantic. I'm going to give it 6 months, 3 days, and 22 hours exactly. Why? That's literally the first number that came to my mind.